The Big Job.
What?
The Big Job.
What are you talking about?
It's a movie. 60s, I think. Apropos our little plan.
Still don't know what you're on about.
Sid James. Oh.
What about him?
He's in the film.
Right.
Sid James and Joan Sims.
Carry On film, is it?
No. It's about a bank robbery. The Big Job.
Never heard of it.
Well, these crooks, they rob a bank, see? As they try to get away, their leader runs across the field into the country and shoves the loot inside a hollowed-out tree. He gets caught. All go to prison. And when they come out, they go in search of the tree. They find it. But a housing estate has been built all round it. The tree is in the backyard of the new police station. After various shenanigans, they get hold of the bag with all the money in it, and guess what?
What?
The money has all been eaten by mice.
Oh, sounds wonderful. Hope it's a comedy.
Of course, yeah. It's priceless, absolutely priceless. You must see it.
Yeah, well, not much point now, is there? You told me the whole plot.
Oh, you still need to see it. It's so funny.
Yeah, well, not very helpful, though, is it? I don't want to plan a robbery that fails. I want to get away with it.
Well, maybe it's not the best example.
No.
When I did the Midland in South Croydon, we did everything right. Planned for months. On the day, we got to the bank and it was closed. Staff sickness. Doors shut. Months of planning and we were stymied by a vomiting bug. So you see, bank robbery is not an exact science.
Yeah, well, this one needs to be. So, come on, let's get on with it. And anyway, look, take a look down there at the target.
Ah, right. Lloyd's Bank on Highway Corner. I think it's been done before. It's vulnerable, you see. On a corner. 3 possible exit routes. More complex the intersection, more chances of a clean getaway. So there's your first rule of a bank robbery.
Wait, there are rules?
Of course there are. A bank on a crossroads, of course, is your best bet in the main. More escape routes.
Okay.
And your best route from there will be up North Lane.
Not down to the bypass by Devonshire Way?
Second rule of bank robbery, always avoid a route with schools. Places chock-a-block with yummy mummies taking their precious treasures to and fro. Plus, there are 2 crossings along there and you just can't barge past lollipops. No, North Lane is your virtually free ride out to the Relief Road and then onto the bypass.
Right.
Then one guy I knew, Ginger Potts. Not sure why he was called Ginger, he was bald. Anyway, Ginger Potts was doing a TSB in High Wycombe once and he made a mistake of going past a nursery school as he left the bank. Utter chaos. One of the mums was trying a 3-point turn and she broke down in the middle of the road. He had to get out of the danger and help her.
You get away okay?
Someone had called the police to help her and they did. And picked him and his mate up into the bargain. 5 years they got, eh? Good old Ginger.
Okay, so what about the timings?
Well, what is it now? 2 o'clock. Look down there, see?
See what?
Why? Nothing to see. It's as quiet as a mouse. Those shops down there, some even do half-day closing. No one about. Midweek lull. Perfect time for a hold-up.
Okay, right. So, Wednesday about 2 p.m. What about weapons?
Oh, never used a shooter. Didn't trust myself with one. Nor should you. If you get caught with one, it can add months, maybe even years to the sentence. I knew a bloke once who used a banana. It's true. Another one only ever used a rolling pin. Mind you, if you get clocked with one of them, you would know about it. Just bear in mind that using proper hardware ups the ante.
Yeah, well, I don't know enough about firearms and I have no idea where to get one from. maybe I'll stick to something safer.
Yeah, just don't use a French stick. They fall apart too easy. Cucumbers are quite versatile.
Yeah, okay, I get the idea. So, what would be your approach when you get inside?
Oh, here, hold your horses. It's a long time till we get to that bit. You're ignoring all the groundwork.
Go on.
Well, before you even think about setting foot inside the building, you have to do your research, don't you? Right? So, you must check the bus timetables, train timetables, school term times, planned roadworks, planned diversions, planned road closures, planned events at the theatre, cinema and sports grounds. Any special school events, elections, demonstrations, shop openings, shop closure, movement of farm vehicles, movement of farm animals, market days, town fairs, late night openings, half-day closing, postal collections, security van pickups, security van drop-offs, national security, bomb threats, weather forecast, economic forecast, political forecast, eh? See, once you've done all that, you should have an idea whether you're good to go or not.
Well, did you research all that?
Oh, of course not. That's why I got napped so many times. No, that's the ultimate. But they could all have some impact on whether you get the job done cleanly or not.
Right. So, the one you got away with?
Spur of the moment. No planning. Decided that morning. Nat West Parsons Green. Went in with a paper bag over me head and some sticks of rhubarb from the greengrocer down the street. Asked for the spare cash and stuffed 20 grand into me pockets. Easiest job ever. Luck, though. They were held up by a gang 10 minutes after I left, and the police caught them all red-handed. See, they'd been called there to get me.
Yeah, well, times have changed now. Not as easy these days with all the technology. I mean, you have to disable cameras inside and outside. Internet, alarms, backup alarms, and so on.
Saw a film a while ago. Bunch of old people held up banks. Disabled the cameras by blasting them with paint guns. Nice.
Yeah, well, obviously I'm not going to use that method. I think the security devices are a little more sophisticated than that now.
Don't turn your back on tried and trusted techniques.
But I need it real, not something that's from a film.
Well, I don't know about all the technology. That's why this one is a decent call. It's been crying out for a refit for years. So it's a bit tatty and, I guess, not got the best technology, the latest stuff. When did you last case the joint?
Let me see. I was in there 3 days ago. I think I got the layout nailed down.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll test you. Cameras on the door outside.
2.
3. You missed the one on the post across the street. How many inside?
Well, 4 that I could make out. One was one of those fisheye lens ones, though.
Oh, make that 6. Not very good, are you?
Well, I'm not sure how I missed 2.
Sunken into the ceiling above the fans.
Oh, you're right, yeah. I missed them.
You see, that's your problem. You can't come back with shoddy information. Lives depend on complete accuracy. Look, you need to get back in there and make some serious notes. Use a discreet camera if you can. One of those Progos or whatever. You can't make much progress unless you've got the layout all sorted.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's leave that for now. Hey, what about getaway vehicle?
Good old Daimler always served me well.
I was thinking of a bike.
Listen, you can't cycle away from a bank robbery.
No, motorbike. Someone already on it. Keeping it going. Speedier than a car.
Well, if you want to be modern about it. See, one film I saw once, they used this old...
No more films. I got to get this right.
Sure, okay. So where we at?
Well, I think I have an idea of time of day. A bike, I think, is the best, and we'll avoid the use of guns. I don't know enough about them.
Whereas a stick of rhubarb...
Well, no, you've told me a million and one things to look out for, which I'll have to go away and work on. But I think I have a slightly better understanding now. See, at the end of the day, I'm only using this as an example. It doesn't have to be exact.
Yeah, but by basing it on reality, you will have more authenticity in the writing.
Exactly, which is why I asked you.
It's funny, you know. I've been at this game for 10 years, but I never mind chatting about the old days. And I won't lie, the juices have started flowing again.
Fancy another crack?
Oh, not on your life, mate. I haven't changed with the times. Even those Hatton Garden lot had to bring in a youngster to deal with the computers and what have you. I ain't no mug.
Well, thanks anyway, Kenny. It's been really useful. My publisher will be impressed with the detail when I get it all down. Would you have a look over it for me before I submit it?
Yeah, of course I will. I'd like to see how it turns out.
Well, they always say, though, you should write from a personal experience. Well, if you can't, you might as well use someone else's.
Well, good luck with the book, son. Got a name for it?
Got ya.
Oh, like it. Like it. Take care, Charlie.
Oh, bye, Kenny. Thanks.
You're welcome, my old son. You're welcome.